has dominated Canadian bowling but is yet to achieve his goal of becoming a pro and joining the PBA Tour. These two powerhouses of bowling are sure to delight the crowd in the second game. As we rejoin the action, it's Palermaa ahead 276 to 227.
Second game about to get underway. Osku Palermaa, the two-hander from Finland to bowl. And talking of two-handers, I'm delighted to welcome Jason Belmonte, the 2007 World Ten-Pin Masters winner, into the commentary booth. How are you, Jason?
Yeah, mate, I'm all right. How are you going?
Yeah, good. Good to see you. And, well, we've asked you into the commentary booth specifically to talk about this young man.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that Osku and I have in common. Probably the most obvious is we bowl the same.
That two-handed style, it's still pretty unique in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, there's more and more of us coming out of the woodworks every year. But, yeah, Osku is definitely...
Michael Schmidt, Jason, just having a few problems out there.
Tell me about it. I know exactly how he's feeling. But the thing about Mike is he's an extremely confident player. He believes in himself, and he does. He believes he can win every match he bowls. And in this format, look, anything can happen. The way Osku's bowling, it's not going to be easy. But Mike's going to... He's not going to
two-handed grip, Jason.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
And it does allow you to get those extra rotations on the ball, doesn't it? But it's actually not that comfortable to bowl two-handed. It's not that easy.
Well, depends who you're asking. I mean, I think it's quite confident, quite comfortable. If you ever see me bowl one-handed, it's not pretty.
It's just so heavy when you were small that it was just the only way you could get the ball down the lane.
Left in the approach there just to try and open the lane up a bit, but as I say, left the four-pin standing. And oh, by the way, Jason Belmonte, Bowling World Writers Bowler of the Year. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh,
congratulations. Every
Jason.
time I think about it, you know, I really had no chance to win.
Stacked against you, and Palermo turns it into a turkey. Great start to the second game, and well, as we chat away here, Palermo is going about winning this match in emphatic fashion.
Happens, but I can't see it happening.
Yeah, as I say, he's playing catch-up, but he's not been allowed to catch up because Osku's perfect again. And
straight through the head pin.
Well, that's good night, Vienna. He's not going to come back from that.
Well, that's exactly what he would have needed Palermo to do, to leave that huge split.
Yeah, it's flush through the pocket, flush through the one pin. 6-7-10 split. More than likely to be an open frame. It is makeable.
Well, not many people can get where Osku is and still strike.
Yeah, absolutely valid point. I mentioned that once before. As Osku shoots yet another strike for 4 in a row. It's one player can play in the other player's area and damage the line, corrupt the line that they want to play in, and that's what Jason was talking about.
That's, you know, he doesn't really put too much emotion into the game. He likes to keep it pretty simple.
Well done, Schmidt. Gets the strike again after that spare and then the open in frames 2 and 3 of this second.
Jason, while you're here, just come back from the States, and I understand you met some of the PBA superstars.
Yeah, they're okay.
Good time.
They're all right blokes, I guess.
They treat you well?
Yeah, look, they're phenomenal guys. You know, I was a little worried when you're going over there and you're some amateur kid from Australia. I didn't know how they're going to react, but every one of them had 5 minutes for me to chat, or longer, or whatever it was, and always more than willing to help, which was something I was very grateful of.
Oh, by the way, guys, Osku's just rolled another strike. So, any name drops? Any names you want to drop from the States?
Look, I met, honestly, all the top guys. Pete Weber, Walter Ray. Actually, I had a really good chat with Walter Ray. He himself is actually practicing the two-handed style. And I had to ask him, I said, Walter, you've won more PBA titles than anyone in the world. You've won more money than anyone in the world. You're the most accurate bowler in the world. What are you doing practicing two-handed bowling? And, well, Walter's an extremely smart guy, and he said, you just never know when you might need it. And I said, all right.
Great stuff. Michael Schmidt then to try and double up, and he does. And the crowd on Schmidt's side here, they want to see him perform
as high as a one-handed backswing. We can't pull both hands that far up. So for me, I always find it's a lot more compact.
6 in a row.
The six-pack for Osku Palermaa. Michael Schmidt looking for a turkey, 3 in a row, and he's got it. Strike city now, isn't it?
Yeah, great reaction. Bit of a comeback there for Mike Schmidt. Doesn't want to go down looking too bad.
Well, that's how things stand. Osku Palermaa of Finland in complete control. First round match at the World Temping Masters against Michael Schmidt, and he can't make it 7 strikes in a row, and that's what he managed in the first game, but he's going to have to spare this one out. That reduces his possible maximum to 5-5-5, but he's in total control of this match.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be too upset about leaving the ball.
Michael Schmidt with that horrible situation now. There's still a fair way to go in this match. He knows what's happening. He knows that he's going home. But he's got to bowl it out. Through the head pin again, and it's just not happened for the Canadian.
Kind of sent packing, and it's never easy. But in saying that, we all know the format coming here. We know the possibilities. Like last year, I mean, you can go all the way, get a few breaks, go your way and win, and then you can do the opposite the year after. But look, Mike's a great bowler. He's a nice guy. He's not going to let this bother his career too much.
Well, Palermo is up the pace here. He's just trying to get this one through and done.
And he's just getting a bit of reaction off the crowd. Yeah, come on, help me out here, you guys. I know I'm beaten, but I want to go home looking good. And this is great. What a reaction from the Barnsley fans. Love their bowling here.
Oh, great stuff. And the man from Manitoba getting good reaction on the lane and from the crowd. That's good stuff. Nice to see from Michael Schmidt. Hey, it's just one of those days, but he's determined to still enjoy himself here at the World Temping Masters.
Yeah, it's important when the match is out of reach that the players still involve the crowd a little bit. I mean, once the game is done and dusted, it can get a little, well, I wouldn't say boring by any means, but, you know, it's the result's done. Everyone knows what's going to happen, and it can get a little quiet. But it's good when the players say, hey, look, I'm going, but I'm still going to have some fun, so help me out.
Oh, look at that. Well, his arm's still in his socket. Unbelievable. Experiments in that last set of balls. But Michael Schmidt now just getting the atmosphere really fired up for his closing few shots. He's on his way home, but he's on his way home in style. Good foundation frame from Michael Schmidt.
Perhaps he could do with a few more mooses on his side. And he's the man to bring him with.
It's not working for Osku, though.
Yeah, I don't think Osku's going to be for that rule.
I think he prefers the sound of silence.
Yeah, but it makes great viewing, doesn't it, Jason? And I appreciate that you guys like all this crowd reaction. It's a real hype up.
The backup ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that. Trick bowling from Osku.
He's gone coast to coast to coast.
Again, another advantage of two-handed bowling. No thumb. You can throw the ball anyway. This one could go about 73 miles an hour. Oh no, one-handed.
The one-hander from Palermo. It's not right. The man's got so much talent. Palermo with a great performance. And Palermo, Jason, looks in irresistible form.
Well, when you shoot 513 for your aggregate, you know, you're averaging well over 250. You're happy.
Well, look at that. The camera's shaking because the audience are just making such a noise in the grandstand. Oh, cracking stuff. Well, well done to both players. This is the right spirit. This is what the World Temping Masters is all about.
Yeah.
I don't think they've got any more, Michael.
Well, it's international bowling at the highest standard. It's the highest standard of audience participation that we've seen probably anywhere on a Temping televised match. They are just loving it here at Barnsley, and the bowlers responding.
That's fantastic. And Michael Schmidt has got everyone on his side. Who said bowling's not fun? Certainly not us. Great stuff from Michael Schmidt.
You know, Michael's going to shoot nearly 460 here, and he's going to be on the losing end of this match.
It's a cracking effort from Michael Schmidt. Unfortunately for him, it's not a win. Osku Palermaa on the day, just too good. But Michael Schmidt played well. The crowd love him here at this World.